Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be about the 11 things that you can do at home when you are bored. So without further ado, let's just get into it. First on the list is meditation. There's tons of apps to help you guys out if you are learning how to meditate. Like myself, my boyfriend is a pro at meditating. Me, on the other hand, I'm still learning, but there are so many significant benefits when it comes to meditating. You have a little bit of greater control over your mind, over your thoughts, and overall, when you think of certain problems and, with what's going on in the world, as of right now, meditation is probably the best thing to relax somebody and to bring down that anxiety naturally. Again, I'm still learning, but I notice with the breathing steps and with me just sitting in a quiet environment and just relaxing and basically thinking of nothing helps me get through my day lately. Second thing on the list is to call a friend or a family member. We are so lucky nowadays that we don't even just have to call them verbally, but we can FaceTime them. FaceTime call instead of text. It's kind of like that human interaction without actually being beside each other, even if a family member lives far away, or even if you are just too busy to go visit a friend or a family member. Just give them a call. It's always great to talk to somebody instead of just being alone. Me personally, I have been calling my mom literally every day, and I'm usually not like that, but I've been calling my mom. I FaceTime my sister every day to say hi to the kids. They absolutely love FaceTime, especially when you do those little, like you can change your face with the filters on the iPhone. I don't know if the Androids can do it, but the kids get a kick out of it every time I change my face into like a cat or whatever. But it's always comforting and it's nice to be able to talk to friends and family without going anywhere. The third thing is to color, draw, or just flat out be creative. Whether you want to paint or even just put in on YouTube like how to draw, I don't know, Mickey Mouse or how to draw a tree. You definitely will surprise yourself when it comes to seeing what you created and actually realizing and how much that little task relaxed you. I used to color all the time when I lived back at home. I used to color those little I don't know what they're called, but they were like a bunch of shapes and you can color them all different colors. I used to use colored pencils. But every time I would feel anxious or if I would feel like I have nothing to do or what am I gonna do, I'm so bored, I would just color, have some music playing in the background or even like a show playing in the background with some background noise and just color or paint away. You never know what you can create when it's a boring day at home. You might be able to create the ultimate masterpiece. Speaking of create, the next thing on the list is to create a to-do list. If you are struggling with creating a simpler to-do list, maybe now is the time to learn how to create that. Again, if we are stuck in the house, a to-do list can still work out because say if you need to clean the house, prepare dinner, breakfast, lunch, maybe add that all in your to-do list. You can still make a to-do list even though you are stuck in the house. You do not necessarily need to only make a to-do list if you're going to leave the house. You can still make one and you can still simplify it even with staying in your own element. For instance, today I made a to-do list. My plan was to make breakfast with my boyfriend and then I also added in to record 3 videos along with me cleaning the house later on, like picking up things here and there. So that was on my to-do list for the day, even though we are just in this little element. So if you've been hesitant on creating a simpler to-do list, maybe now is the time to learn. Next on the list is to watch a show or movie from your childhood. This is funny because I thought of this the other day since we have been stuck at the house more often than usual. I noticed that Netflix has all the seasons of Goosebumps. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I am a millennial and Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, like all of those shows were my thing back then. So of course, I started rewatching Goosebumps. And some of it is still pretty creepy. Like, I don't remember all the episodes from when I was a kid. So watching it now is a total different experience with me being this age compared to me being when I was like 7 or 8 when it came out. So give yourself a chance to watch something that you used to watch when you were a kid. Even if your kids are involved in this mix, just tell them like, this is what mommy and daddy used to watch when we were kids, and maybe they will like it. I mean, we have Disney Plus now, so you guys can definitely go back in the day. It's pretty easy. But again, Netflix does have some 90s stuff as well. So I'm pretty excited about the Goosebumps thing. Now I just have my fingers crossed that some platform, whatever platform it is, whether it's like Disney Plus or Hulu, I don't care. As long as someone puts Are You Afraid of the Dark, then that's it. I'm going to binge watch it because I don't remember any of the episodes, but I do remember it being a really good show. So just watch something that you guys used to watch back in the day. I highly doubt that you'll remember what it was about, and you'll be surprised on what your adult self thinks of it, along with your kids if you have kids. Next thing on the list is probably one of my favorite things on here, and that is to organize your closet. Whether you want to color coordinate things, I mean, we all have the time right now. Color coordinate things, put matching socks where they belong. If you have non-matching socks, maybe add them to a separate bag to donate. But now is the time to organize your closet, and I know a lot of people throw it off for a while, where they don't want to try on the clothes, they feel like they don't have time. Well, now is the time, you guys. Get in that closet. Even if your closet is organized, maybe organize some of the shoes. I know we all keep some of our shoes in our closets. If you do not have a closet, organize wherever you keep your clothes, including those winter jackets that are piling up. Next on the list is to update a certain area in your house. I am known for this. I am known for trying my best to switch around my furniture, whether it's in my bedroom, whether it's in my living room. I like to switch things up once a year to make things look different, to kind of make it look like I moved, but I didn't. I've actually always been this way. Even when I was a kid, I was always trying to like switch up my side of the room because I did share a room with my sisters. So I would always switch up where my bureau was or where my little nightstand was to make things look different. So whether you're rearranging furniture or whether you're just getting rid of like certain little items in your living room or your bedroom to make things look different and a little bit more simpler and brighter. Next on the list is to clean/declutter your tech devices. I am talking about the iPad, the phones, any tablet, doesn't have to be an iPad, your laptop, your desktop, all tech devices. Now's the time to declutter old emails, clear out your web browser, maybe change your background, clear out your old text messages, along with clearing out contacts of people you do not talk to anymore. As for me, I do this once a month. I clear out my phone. I mostly clear out my text messages and calls before I go to bed, but when it comes to like my emails, when it comes to changing my background on my phone, I do this once a month so I can switch things up and make it feel like it's not a repetitive device and it's not so cluttered, because not only can our surroundings be cluttered, but you would be amazed on how these phones can bring on a lot of anxiety if things are all unorganized in these phones. And not to mention memory. We do not want to keep paying memory. I don't know about you guys, but I do not want to keep paying for memory if I can just clear out my phone and not have to pay for memory and just save that money. So now is the time to just clear out every tech device you have, including if your kids have a tablet or play with a tablet, maybe start to sanitize it, clear out their search history, things like that, along with downloading maybe a couple new games for them, maybe a couple learning games for the kids if you have a tablet for the kids. Just update, declutter all your tech stuff. Next on the list is one of my favorite things to do, and that is to flip through old photo albums. I have 2 photo albums. One is just my boyfriend and I, and that's not that old. But the other one I have is my sisters and I. I'll put a couple clips of when I was little around here, but it's such a good feeling just to go through a physical like photo album. I know we live in an age where everything's digital and stuff, but I do keep that one physical photo album to just go through every now and then, and just to see how much you've changed and how much you've accomplished. And so my photo album starts with when my sisters and I were little, and it moves all the way towards when my sister had her first kid, her second kid. It's an awesome change, and it's just like a big timeline, and it's nice to go through it. FaceTime your family or FaceTime one of your family members to go through it with you. So you do not have to technically leave to show people the pictures. You can, I mean, nowadays you can just call or you can just send them the picture and say, remember this time, blah, blah, blah. It's definitely one of my favorite things. I mean, I'm a Cancer, and I feel like most Cancers, we live in the past, kind of, even though we are updated with, like, you know, the tech stuff and things like that. But when it comes to like old photo albums and family moments, we kind of cherish those. So I'm big on horoscopes, you guys, if you haven't noticed by now. Next on the list is probably one of everybody's favorites, but they don't know it. And that is to just flat out sleep or take a guilt-free nap. It is what it is. We all need rest nowadays. We all need to just calm down, go to dreamland, and just forget about certain things. So take a guilt-free nap. It's perfectly okay. Again, maybe put the kids to take a nap, and then you go take a nap as well. Because naps, or just going to sleep in general, is the best rest that our bodies and our minds can get. And the last on the list is something that I've done recently, and that is to update your music playlist. So I am a huge music fan. Again, like I always say in all my videos, I have my Spotify linked down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. But when it comes to my playlist, I'm constantly adding a new one, constantly getting rid of songs that I'm like about. And that does take a while, so that will keep you busy. Just update your music, maybe text your friends, see if they got some new songs that you want to add to your playlist. I love having a music buddy, so if any of you want to be my music buddy, then message me on Instagram, because I love going back and forth and sharing songs. Like if you like this song that's out, or even this song that was from a long time ago, and we'll just swap songs. So just try to update your playlist. You never know what new music you might be into. So there you guys have it. Those are the 11 things to do when you are stuck at home bored. Those are, like, I want to say the most practical things to do that you can benefit from and can take your mind off of everything of what's going on. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.